What? How did we get that? How do we disable that? There we go. None. Okay. All right. Didn't know that was a feature. Okay. Hello, everyone. We're back to work on the MF20 Massey Ferguson. In the last video, we drained some very murky looking oil out of the rear end, transmission fluid, hydraulic fluid, water would be the more correct term. Look at the size difference between this and that. That's about 27 horse 2 in Ford, and then this is about a 40 horse, and that's about a 50 horse 4400 Ford. So basically, I got this to replace that because that just doesn't have the ground power. It's just not. This can outperform that in just about every way. So in the last video, I'm just kind of waiting for people to scroll in here if you're watching in the future. We got an MF32 loader. It's got a headache rack. I think it's good to like 8,800 pound rollover. But in our last video, we started filling this up, and this gasket back here gave way, so that's not good. Started leaking. So ended up making a new gasket for it. So I see we're getting people in here. We made a new gasket for that, threw it on there. Hopefully this drain plug's good. I did order a new crush washer, but we'll try that and see. I put a little bit of RTV around everything, so we will see how this goes. Am I a little worried? Maybe just a hair. Maybe just a hair. Get our drain plug off here. And get our funnel in place. Oh, shoot, is our funnel still over there? Yes, it is. Okay. Toss that in. Sure you guys are in a good spot because I can't see where you're looking. I know. Oops, pushing buttons. Dang it. Alright. We're going to fill this up and find out if she's going to leak again. We replaced the gasket down low. I did that off camera. But hopefully here. Hopefully we'll find out if this leaks or not. It takes about 8 gallons. We're going to put a couple gallons in and watch it real quick. Make sure it's not leaking on us. If it is, we're going to have a repeat of the last stream where we're going to drain a bunch of fresh fluid out. And put it back into this barrel, and we will have to go from there. Which is not something I want to do. We're looking dry so far, but then again, not much has actually gone down. Yeah, it's a little murky. The fluid is a little bit murky. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Marco. She's a little murky because we did put some of that fluid that came out of there back in. So, wow, I did not think it'd be that slow to drain in. I knew it was going to be slow, but dang. Okay, we might be here a little while. Nice, thank you. I'm just hoping we don't have any leaks. I don't know if you guys can see up under there. Are we leaking? The spot where the 3 bolts are. Oh boy. I should have done this on the concrete pad. I don't see any leaks yet, but then again, we got to fill this up to here before it'll shoot back there anyway, so probably needs some more fluid. Oh, she's draining. It's just a very slow go. Starting to think maybe I should have just bought a pump that goes in the bucket. Might have been a quicker way to go about it. Oh, this shuttle shift is just in the wrong spot. There we go. Remind me that's in reverse before we go messing with this. That would take off on me. Yes, believe it or not, forward is reverse and backwards is forward on this shuttle shift, which is the opposite of like the forklifts I run at work. Dry? So far dry. Alright. So far we're looking good. Exciting, isn't it? I don't know what else to show you. I wanted to film putting the gasket on earlier, but I don't know. It was just kind of a hassle, and I was putting a little bit of RTV around it, and it's just, I don't know. If I think it's looking good, you know, we get the rest of this barrel in there with no leaks, I think I'll go grab a battery and slap it in here. Because I took it out the other day when I was messing around. I wanted to make sure we didn't go starting this by mistake or someone didn't come by and mess with it. Last thing we need is someone trying to take off with a tractor with no hydraulic fluid or rear end fluid in it and ruin it. Did I? I mean, before, at this point, we were leaking out of there, so I think we're going to win. It is such a slow, it is so slow going in there. It's ridiculous. This is almost the equivalent of watching paint dry, isn't it? We'll get there. Oh. No leaks, no drips. That's not dripping. some more in there. Get it going down. Don't want to overdo it. It looks like he's getting close to the edge. We still look good. We still look good. It's just got me really concerned because the more we put in, the more we're going to have to take out. And if it starts leaking. I guess I should have my bucket ready just in case, huh? I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to be kind of ready just in case this stops going our way. Oh man, what a slow drain. It's just because there's a filter. If I just took the screen out of this, it probably would have been okay. But you want to know something? When I poured that fresh bit in yesterday or day before, we ended up getting dirt out of there, out of that clean new barrel. There was gunk in the bottom of that coming out of the fresh barrel, so you definitely want to screen it, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting that, but normally I don't use funnels with screens in them, and this is why. No, mostly they don't have them in it anymore, if they ever did. Need 8 gallons. This isn't quite 5, so because we did lose some yesterday, or whenever, last time. Ooh, okay. No leaks? No leaks. We definitely should be showing leaks. All right. It's going down. I better go grab the other barrel. We're getting close to it. Guess I can take you with me. That seems okay. Got a video up on that Wizard oil burning furnace. You guys want to go check that out sometime. Then we got a bigger Kenmore in the shed that I'm actually using for heat. Ran that duct work out the side there. Wish I could have got that a little straighter, but at least it's away from the building. That was as straight as that angle wanted to go, which doesn't seem right, but I don't know. They were cheap parts. Hopefully that'll keep the shed warmer this year. We were using a little Vevor diesel heater last winter. That thing worked all right. It actually would bring it up to about 50 degrees in there. So I imagine this thing's going to do a lot better. I'm also going to put that Vevor in the other corner. And we'll just run both at the same time. Should put a fair amount of heat out. Okay. This starting to get low enough that I need to change my angle of attack here. I might have to get where you guys are to finish this barrel out. Dry. Good, good, good. Guess we gotta check the dipstick, huh? See where it's showing at. We're just starting to register on the bottom of it. It shows you how much this thing actually takes. Yeah, we're just now in the low range. I don't know if you can see the golden bit on there at the tip. So, and it's possible it might need a little more once we cycle everything, because this also runs the 3-point lift on the back. From what museum did you steal this thing from? I bought it off a guy here a couple weeks ago. It's a Massey Ferguson 20. She's got a 3-cylinder Perkins diesel in it. I mainly bought it for this big box blade on the back. Phone needs to cool down. Oh no, I might lose you. Oh, this thing sat out in the sun. Well, anyway, mainly bought it for the box blade off the back, but also to replace this 2-in Ford. Look at the size difference between the two. This guy's about 27-ish horsepower, and it's not quite big enough for what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to level all that dirt way over there out. That's the project I've been working on. There was a fence line here. As you can see, it's very whoop. And then all back in there, been pulling trees and big roots and everything. As long as it runs, it's fine. Oh yeah, it does run. It actually runs pretty good. But it'd be nice to just take that box blade and come in here and but I tried running that. There's a couple videos on the channel trying to run that 8-in Ford with just a normal straight blade, and it just doesn't have quite the down pressure and power to really do that. 65 Ford Falcon. Some videos on the channel about this one too. She's got a 170 straight 6 with the 3 on the tree. Needs to be cleaned out and cleaned up a bit. It's been sitting quite a bit this year. I haven't had a chance to really run it. I've been so busy working on that property project this year, and everything else is just kind of taking a back seat. Is my phone cool down? No, it's still not happy with me. It might cut off midstream here. Darn, it's something how hot these things get. I don't even have it in the case. I took it out of the case because I thought that might help it. So we might lose you here. We'll try and be back later to fire this thing out. If we do lose you. Can I even get this? No. We'll just open the other barrel. We do have to start thinking we're getting close to it. Ooh, what's that down in there? We got a bug. Well, shoot. Well, I lost you guys. The phone got too hot. Does not like being out in the sun. Yeah, I see why that one got withheld, but funny though. Um, maybe we can set you guys up there. I don't know how interesting that's gonna be. Here, which ones are? Oh, alright. We'll go check our dipstick. Find out we put too much in it, then we gotta drink some out. Somehow, it's not even registering. So, I don't know. It's not good. We went from something on the stick to nothing. Yeah, before we had a pretty obvious glob on the stick. Now we have nothing. I don't know. We're gonna throw some more in it, I guess. It's interesting, to say the least. Well, it's not coming out of the bottom, so that's a win. We'll keep going, I guess. We'll grab a battery out of the Falcon. We'll borrow that one, I guess. It's flowing. Still don't register on the dipstick. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. Some more. What a slow way to fill it. Yeah, the dipstick barely reads anything on the oil either, so we're going to, it's got a little pressure, but we're definitely going to throw some oil in it too, which is, where do we fill that? Right there. Oh, that's a fun spot to get to. Easy grip, it says. There we go. I'm going to make filling the oil easy. I don't know if you guys are cool enough to bring back or not. I got to find a long funnel to get down in there. Because they put the oil fill right there, which would be fine if you didn't have this loader in the way, this piece of tin in the way. Getting to it from up here, you about need a long funnel to get down there. We'll figure something out. It's still draining down. Good news, we're not leaking, so that's what we want to see. Definitely what we want to see. You guys can watch this. I'm going to go see if I got a funnel that's long enough. Ah, splashed me in the face. Man. Right in the nose. Possible the phone might overheat, so you might get lost for a bit. I mean, honestly, this is perfect, but we might need to clean that out a little bit before we go pouring oil down it. Yeah, that's exactly what's needed. I got some brake clean here. Blow it out with. This might be more entertaining to watch. What the year? About 1972 or so. 1970. That there it says Canada. 1970 is the newest on it. So, I say 70, 71, somewhere in there. Let's see if I can clean this funnel out. Yeah. Guess we'll throw the straw on it. I want to make this thing clean enough so I can run oil through it. That's the perfect length for what we need to do in the engine. About the only way we could get to it's with that thing. I don't have a big plastic one, I don't think. Oh yeah, yeah, rust. That's what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, that's a. I mean, it's galvanized. Shouldn't be too bad, right? Oh boy, maybe not. It's better than it was. Should at least have the major rust out of it. Maybe. Throw it out, it's not worth it. Maybe you're right. I don't know if I have a funnel that will reach down there. All this stuff, I never have the. Well, there's been a lot of times there's things that I need in here. This was all my grandpa's stuff, really. Well, some of it's mine, but it's kind of a mishmash. When he passed away, I ended up buying the place, and all of his stuff came with it. What do I have I could funnel? Oh, you know what I could do? I got an idea. Yeah, that might just work. I have an idea for that. I've got a fuel tank with a flexi end on it. I could stuff a funnel, plastic funnel into it. Got that guy. I don't know if that's long enough. Stuff a funnel in there. Like that. Maybe that'll give us enough reach to get to that oil filler. Oh boy. Okay. Set you guys up not to fall. I mean, part number 1 fits. Oh no, it fell off. Well, gets us close. No, it's just a little too short. If we do it through here. It's not ideal either, but oh, this darn piece of tin. If it wasn't on there. Oh man, who designed this? Okay, here's what we got. We got the funnel scrunched in there. We have the fuel line up under there going into the oil fill. Now, to pour that into that tight little hole and not have a big mess. Now, let's check this dipstick and see where we're at on the rear end here. We need to throw more in because that can settle while we're messing with this. We've got to be getting close. Well, yet again, we're starting to show up on the low, which we were doing that earlier. Let's throw a little bit more in. All right, let that settle down. I guess try to put you guys somewhere where you won't fall. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put a bucket under there, I guess. Have an oopsie, we don't make a big mess, because I'm not trying to make a big mess. It's a miracle we've been as clean as we have been. This thing takes 6 quarts, and as low as it is, it'll probably take all of this. I probably ought to change the oil filter while we're in there, but I don't have one currently. I'll put about half this in there and we'll check it. That's about half of it. Check the dipstick. Might take a minute for it to get down. Well, no, that might be a pretty direct down. Where's the dipstick? Down there. Oh yeah, that brought it up. Remember how we were just barely on the tip? Now we're coming up. There's max is right there. So we're in the safe operating zone. Or we're low. That's low. That's minimum. So yeah, we're going to throw the rest of that in there. We got 1540 Shell Rotella. Ah! I was doing so good at not spilling any. You probably see my arm. No, maybe not. check it real quick. You know what? That might actually be good. Let me wipe it off real quick and have another look. Do another. Might be full. Yeah, that's got us where we want it. We are at max. It's hard to tell, but we are at max. Pour it sideways. Well, I'm kind of limited as to how I can pour it. You know, I don't have many angles I can attack it with. So I think we're good on oil. Now, hopefully, this doesn't blow out a seal or something that goes, oh, I actually good oil in me and the amount we need. Now I'll start blowing seals. And the pressure comes up. Then we'll be in for a whole nother thing. Let's pull that out. Take my gas cap. Little oil in the fuel won't hurt anything. We'll throw our plug back in it so nothing gets down in there and, you know, gives us a bad day. I feel like this was, yeah, it is threaded. It is supposed to turn. I'm gonna have to get a second hand on. That's what I thought. I had to unscrew it to get it out of there. Easy grip until you need to close it up. No, you can't do it one-handed because the loader's in the way. There it goes. Yeah, that's plugged up. All right. Well, that drained down. We'll check our dipstick again and see if we need to put more in. I have a feeling we got to be getting close. Let's try it again. Okay, we're at the low mark. We're right at the first line. So we still need a little bit more. But we're showing on the gauge, which is a big one more round of this, one or two more rounds. We're running out of fluid, so. Let that drain down, see where we're at. We'll probably end up using everything we got. Up throwing at least a gallon away from that first in the rear half. Ooh, speaking of the rear half. Okay, we're not dripping. Oh, that just coming from. Okay, all right, okay. I did see a drip, but it's coming from here. There's a drip, but it's coming off the rim of this. Okay, all right. Whew. Had me kind of scared there. Sorry, everyone. My phone is really not. It was stressed down on me. It does not like that sun. I need to be paid for it, I guess, or something. Where other YouTubers deal with this? Well, we're sitting in a car at the minute. Yeah, you want to hear it run. I want to hear it run too. Like I say, we're going to make sure we're topped off on there. We're going to have to move that 2N Ford so I can get that out of here. Otherwise, we got to move the 4400. I don't know, we can start the 2N Ford up here in a minute. I'm going to let that settle down. We'll start the 2N Ford. We'll drive it forward. And we'll see about getting this guy fired up, hopefully. As long as we don't have any major issues. But what I was saying before, where, see that wet spot there? It was going down and around, and I had a drip on the back side of my drain plug, and it really had me worried there. But thankfully it was on the back side of it, and everything around the plug was dry. So whew, just a little bit of spill, but just the way it ran down, it looked bad. How's this phone feeling? Ooh, this phone is super hot. Well, I'll set you guys up over there, maybe throw you in the truck and see the 1944 2N Ford. Oh, it zoomed in. I hate that it does that by default. I want the full picture. Anyway, this is a 1944 2N Ford, still running on a 6-volt system. There's some videos on the channel getting this thing up and running. Turns out the previous owner, I guess they had the motor rebuilt, and number one valve they never adjusted correctly. It was way out of adjustment, and they started tearing it apart because it had a ticking going on. Well, ticking, knocking, it was kind of hard to tell what it was. I adjusted that and it went away. And also the oil pressure was way too high. It was just pegging the gauge all the way out, and then it ended up blowing. There's a video where that actually happened. It overpressured and it ripped all the threads out of this and blew this top off, and it made a mess in my shop. It like shot stuff all the way to the ceiling. But ended up replacing that. Turns out for that oil issue, there's a plug in the front here. I don't know if you can see it. It's easier to see with the hood off, but there's like a big nut in the front here that you have to unbolt out, and it's got a spring with like a little rod on it basically, and they put like a little spacer in there, and it was holding that thing shut. And what it's supposed to do is when this engine builds up to pressure, it's supposed to shoot that spring back and dump oil back down into the crankcase, the oil pan, you know, so it hits its pressure and then it dumps everything else. But what it wasn't doing that. It was holding it out, so that thing was running constant pressure all the way up until it blew something. So I took that little spacer out, which I don't know why it was in there, and it's running right around 30-ish pounds, which is what they say it should be running at. Ended up putting a different carburetor on it, manifold gasket. And that exhaust is just kind of bolted on there. Anyway, let's see if she wants to fire up. Turn the key on. I'm notoriously bad at not turning the key on this and killing the battery. Pull the choke. This one, you actually have to be in neutral for that button to go down, which is a good idea. And I don't know if I can do this one-handed, because you almost have to work the starter, the choke. Might not need that much choke. She just sits there and just barely tells running. See, maxed out, oil pressure's around 40-ish. Low, right around 30 where it should be. Before it was just pegging the gauge. Pressure relief valve, yeah. Pressure relief valve, that is exactly what the issue was. So this has a Sherman high-low transmission. I believe forward's low and back is high, in the middle's neutral. So we'll just leave it low, hit her in first, give her a little taste of throttle, and we can take off. Alright. Well, do we want to go see if that'll fire up? Let's, well, I still got to check that rear end. We still got to make sure we're good on fluid. If this isn't good, we'll pour some more in it. I guess we can start the 4400 up. Try and keep you entertained here. It actually looks pretty good. Falls right there. Yeah, that looks pretty right on. Okay, we're going to take that win. It's like an old Falcon automobile in the back. Yes, it is a Falcon. It's a 65 Ford Falcon. There's some videos on the channel about it. You can head over there real quick if you want. She's got a 176 cylinder tree. It was in hard and it was going to get crushed. The original color was this, kind of a silver blue, I think it was. And it had the original Falcon logos. I need to clean this thing out. It's kind of just been sitting. I need a headliner, and you know, the steering wheel could use a rewrap. Door card on the other three door cards are pretty good, but the driver's one's gone. Door shut's good though. She's a 170. Pop the hood here. Now we're getting off on the other things. I'm good at sidetracking. I did do the HCI upgrade. We've got a carburetor for more of a 300 later model. Carburetor on it that's really jetted for a 300, so I do adjust the timing out, but it runs really good this way. I guess we can start it too. I got the key here on my master set of all the keys that everybody gives me grief about. It should just fire right up because I did drive it. Oh no, it won't. I just stole the battery out of it. Never mind. Never mind. I stole the battery out of it. Well, we're not going to fire it up. It's well worth restoring. I'm just kind of keeping it. It's got new floor pans. I put new floor pans in it. It's not in real bad shape overall. You know, rear rockers are getting kind of starting to get a little ate out. But they were going to crush it. And Dad brought it home. They couldn't find title for it. It was in a junkyard, and they didn't have a title for it. So they were going to sell the motor transmission to someone and crush the body. And Dad's like, no, bring it home. And I was just like, I really like this car. So we jumped through all the hoops, found the guy. Turns out the previous owner was starting to redo it. I guess he was going through a divorce and he didn't want his ex to get it, kind of deal. So he'd rather go to a junkyard than her have it. So, yeah, one of those deals, you know. But let's move this out of the way so we don't crush our grill and parts for that two-in. I thought I had someone who was going to come and buy that two-in yesterday, but things came up and it didn't happen. So, you know, that's just another way things go. let's get this out of here. It's close enough. I think we're about ready to start this. I need to move a couple things. Hopefully the stream doesn't end on me. Where's my other cap? Well, let's put that cap on so I don't lose it. We're concerned about that one. I can live with that. But I do need to get a new boot for this so it doesn't leak water down in there again. It is living under the carport at the minute, so which is better than it sitting outside like it had been for years and years. Don't know where the other cap went, dang it. There's a little bit of oil there. Run over my tools, or you know, a thing full of oil, or lose my, oh my goodness. Think about how much stuff I had out here. So what happens when you work on stuff, I guess you just drag out your whole shop. And this is why all my tools are everywhere, because I do something like that and then I drop it there and then it's like, well, it never made it back to the box. It's not the greatest method, but it works. Yeah. Make sure we don't run that over. I've done a pretty good job of not making a big oil mess here. Believe it or not. It's not too bad. Is there anything else up under there? Anything straight under the tires I don't want to crush? There's my other cap. All right, cool. Well, I think we're about ready to give this thing a go. You guys forgot to remind me. I said that earlier in the stream. Don't let me start this thing in reverse. We're going to make sure she's in neutral. Actually, I'm going to get on it. Just, yeah. YouTuber gets run over on live stream. That's not something I want. This thing is awful. This needs to be moved. Like, look at this. If that's in drive, it's locked. My leg is locked between the clutch and here. I can't, like, I got to be way out there to move this clutch. And this clutch is pretty tight to push down on. This is getting moved up here or something, I think. Okay. Make sure our stop is in. This one, you just got to give all the throttle. We're going to see. Something's buzzing at me. Okay. Here we go. No! No! It teased us. Loose connection. Oh no. We do have a leak in the muffler. I need to fix that. Does this want to come up? I was thinking about it. Oh, there's a lot of air in that line. Up higher than that. There we go. There we go. Oh, too much. I wonder if we shut it off, if it'll sink right down. Is it going to stay up? Well, it's staying up better than it did. It is drifting down. But before, it went right down. It wouldn't stay up at all. So that's a big win. I guess it helps when there's actual fluid in there and not water. And it's possible that might get better. But at least it's not. I don't know if you could tell earlier, it was blah, 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 the whole thing was shaking, it trying to keep that thing up because fluid was just passing over the cylinder. And it was just it was fighting itself. Yeah, it's going down slowly, but it's a lot more usable than it was before. All right. Put that in. Should just... pressure. All right. We'll close the hood up. Maybe. Well, that won't latch because that bottom piece is messed up. Looking back, I should have moved that one so we could go back there and play with it in the dirt pile. I don't know what I was thinking about that. Yeah, let's do that. Boy, it comes up, but it don't hit the tires, but she looks like she's going to. Yeah, we'll move that. We'll take it back there and we'll play in the dirt some because I kind of want to try this out leveling some dirt. Oh, shoot. Stall bleeder screws when possible. Are you talking about on the diesel? Bleeder screws. I'm a little lost. I didn't see that comment till just now. Well, this is a 4400 Ford. This is the one we've been using the backhoe on to tear up all the trees. We'll be getting back to that pretty soon. No, we are not sending that off into the stratosphere. Yeah, this key is almost not right for this. Gotta choke this one. Okay, now we can go get that other one. Let me see if I can... Well, I wonder how long we were out for. This darn phone. I tell you, it's annoying. Well, I think it's working. I think I just need to learn how to use it a little better. All these sticks are definitely an issue. I need to clean all of them up. So we're actually pulling dirt. Well, all right. That did pretty good, Massey Ferguson 20. It helped if all those sticks weren't in here. But, well, if anyone was watching earlier, how uneven all this was. Over there needs some more, but boy, this is looking a lot better already. I still got to bring dirt in here, and, you know, it needs some more work, but that thing got a little bit of a hole there. Oh, tear the yard up. Technically, it's mine. It's not the neighbor's, because my property line actually goes over there a little bit, but still, I like to keep it kind of nice back in here. Yeah, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Considering all the stumps and trees that were all back in here. We still got to take those guys down, that guy down, these down. Next thing we're going to be doing is pulling this fence line out. So like, subscribe to see that happen. We'll be using the backhoe over there, pulling it. But I'm pretty happy with this little Massey does. I was kind of worried about it not having a diff locker, but it seemed to do fairly good without one. I like the foot throttle. That made controlling it a lot easier for sure. I did notice our temperature gauge came up and we seem all right. So we'll take that win. I'm glad this has construction tires on it. That'd be easy to pop like what's on that guy. I've been kind of worried about popping one. These are a little heavier. What are we at? We're at what would you even say it is? 120-ish, 130? 140 would probably be there, so 130-ish. Not bad. I wish the tach worked at 3,600 hours when it quit working. I might try and fix that. That'd be nice to know where we're running. Oil pressure's good. Amp gauge, I'm not too worried about it, never charging. I don't like the shuttle shift. I'm not a fan of this. I'd rather just have one gear selection. Every time I go to get off of it, it's very iffy. Put that up. We're going to put this up for today. I'm about done playing with it. Look at that. That's just awful, awful design. And right over those sticks. That's good for it. I do like the foot throttle placement though. Push that out of the way real quick. Let's see if we can just push it. Oh yeah, this is a pain too. You're trying to let off the clutch and steer. That steering rod comes right back and hits you. Oh, hit my building. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Oh, no. Gonna have to fix that. Dang it. Oh, it tore it too. Dang it, we're gonna have to go straight back. Well, so much for that idea, huh? See if we can get this thing to take us straight back. Power steering's not wanting to work. That's great. Man, that stinks. I'm gonna have to patch that now. I know it's gonna happen eventually with something. I thought it'd be with the loader, to be honest. I knew I was going to get hit at some point. So I get for running the camera and trying to do things at the same time. A little upset about that. Oh well. He'll be all right. Now, it's not supposed to rain tonight. Oh, there's our friend from earlier. Might be a different one. Dang, that loader's long. I guess that oil pressure gauge actually works. Yeah, okay, it went down. After all that, how'd she start up? Yeah, something's wrong with the timing or something. Okay, that should just fire right back up. Give it full throttle. Well, I'm glad it didn't die out there. Did my throttle come unhooked or? Well, that's not good. Glad I didn't shut it off at any point. It'd have been stuck out there. Unless that rod came off for the kill. I need to put a pin in there. Maybe it popped off. No, it looks like it's in the right position. Ooh, we're dripping. I'll fix one leak and it's another. Well, that's a problem. Why are we dripping? Everything above that. So whatever this is down here. Yeah, that's diesel. Great. I'm more curious as to why she won't start again. Well, I don't know. That's a problem. Guess we'll let it sit. And we didn't run out of diesel, I wouldn't think. Oh yeah, this one has a cap. This is one of those Chinese tanks. Cap Something's not quite right. It needs to be adjusted. Well, oh well, it did a job. We're going to have to figure out why she won't start next. Well, let's put the 2N Ford back over here, I guess. We'll park it up here. Hopefully it wants to start. Things are starting to give me issues now. Like I'm done for today. I know. All right. At least you start. On gear. All right, we got one more to move. Maybe when that thing cools down, it'll want to start again. Oh. I guess we ought to look and make sure we're not pouring oil after all that. Looks dry, looks dry. All right. We won on that. We fixed one leak. We have another, and the motor won't start now. Awesome. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, we'll move this back, I guess. Dang, that really... I don't know if I have any more tin this color. Was this matched to... No, there might be some of this around. It's... Or is that where it's overlapped? Oh, that's where it's overlapped. It didn't shear into it. That is the overlap. I might be able to bend that out. I might be able to pound that back out because that's where the overlap is. For this one. But yeah, because we kind of had a weird piece of tin here. Okay, I might be able to pound that back out. Okay, cool. Easy fix. All right. Okay, so this guy should fire up. Well, we hope. Well, if my key wants to, there we go. It's kind of the right key, it's kind of not. Choke it. Okay, I think we're going to call that a stream. I got to figure out why that guy won't start again. Hopefully it cools down, it'll go. All right, leave a like, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Next thing we should be doing is out there with this thing tearing up the fence line.